So we're all set? Yes, whenever you're ready.
All set.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let us begin tonight's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, to begin with, for our Monday, April 24th, Library Trustee meeting, would you like to begin, Karen? Do you want to start right off with?
Want to do the minutes?
review it.
That's true. Let's review the minutes. I was being nice. Okay, let's review the minutes of March 26th, please.
That's because I noted that there is needs to be a change on the date, and I just noticed that before I left the house. And it should have been Monday, March 26th, instead of Tuesday. We didn't
Oh, that's right.
change it. Yeah.
Good catch.
Good catch. Okay, any other corrections, additions, deletions from those minutes? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
The motion, we approve the minutes as amended.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All righty, it's unanimous.
Wonderful.
All right, now we'll start with the director's report.
Sure. Well, I'd like to begin by perhaps introducing Pam. That way she can skedaddle if she would like. I would like to introduce our new Youth Services Librarian, Pam Chenevert. She will begin work on April 30th, which is Monday. We can't wait. And comes to us from Berlin Library. You can tell the group a little bit about yourself.
Oh my
Just,
goodness.
The 5-cent version.
The 5-cent version.
Yeah.
I've been the Youth Services Librarian in Berlin, a small town, for about 2.5 years. I was the rec director in Rutland before that, about the same population as Dudley. I was on the board of trustees in Rutland, did a lot of library volunteering at every single school in Rutland that my son had attended. I have a background in journalism and writing, copywriting, so helped start desktop publishing.
We like
Yeah.
No problem.
It's a good
Welcome.
combination that works for libraries, because you have to we don't have a dedicated audience, we need to bring them in. So that's what I do, bring them in.
Pam has a vast amount of experience with programming, kids programming, teen programming, STEM programming. So we're really, and she's already been sending us flyers for programs for her first week of work. So we've been posting those and already have the craft all ready to rock and roll next week. And yeah, we're really looking forward to having Pam on board.
We're doing Star Wars, it's May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you.
Yes, yes.
It's Star Wars Day, I didn't make it up, it's a real thing, so we're doing Star Wars crafts,
We can
of
give her
course.
credit.
That's
We
great.
can-
Well,
Yeah.
Let's give her credit.
But you might have, yeah.
Terrific.
Great. Listen,
Welcome.
that's all.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you
this
so
is
much
great.
for coming by. And
This
we're
is great.
looking forward to, and so when you come in on Monday, we'll have a whole bunch of paperwork and things to take care of, and I'll be talking to you before then.
yeah, let me know what time.
Okay, I will.
Yes, please do show.
That's important. I'll show it, don't worry about that. All right, thank you
Perfect.
all.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you all.
Good
See
night.
you again.
Bye, Pam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
so yeah, we're super excited. We've got some programs already lined up, some story times, so we're sliding right into first week of May story times. So, all right, let's see here. My report, I have some March and April highlights to talk about. We had a family movie. On March 30th, we had 24 children for our family movie, which is just about capacity for the story and craft room. But it was just packed with kids, and they had a blast. Freshly popped popcorn, and so it was really fun. On March 31st, we hosted the second or third Easter egg hunt, and Kerry Siganevich manned the door again with the counter, and he counted.
Wow.
There's no way I would have been able to come up with that number, just, but he counted 324, and it was from 10 to 11:30, and So every year we get more ideas for making it better and better, and we had plenty of volunteers and plenty of staff, and it was a blast, and the kids all had a good time. So, and the Easter Bunny was great. So I will not divulge the identity. That was fun.
The Easter Bunny.
That's
The
right,
Easter
the
Bunny.
Easter Bunny.
Okay.
On April 12th, I had Liz Barbour back for cooking from, it was really her edible landscape. She did a slide presentation on her beautiful kitchen garden in front of her gorgeous antique farmhouse, perfectly weeded
Yes.
garden.
I know.
It was beautiful, and then she does a cooking demonstration. So it's
Did you
well.
do her pea salad with her mint dressing?
Not for.
No,
Yes,
yeah.
she did do that.
It's
I-
to die for.
I think she did do that.
Yeah.
We had the capacity.
Or dinner.
Her cutoff is between 30 and 35. We had 32
Mhm.
people for that. That was courtesy of the Friends of the Library. And then for school vacation week, we had a few programs. We had children's book author Donna May, who wrote The Woolly Adventures of Pearl, P-U-R-L, which is a knitting term, so the Woolly Adventures. But I just wanted to explain that.
Got it!
May the fourth be with you.
May the fourth be with me. She did a story and craft, read from her book, and everyone had a blast, a very good time. So we thank Donna May for coming by. That was sponsored by Friends of the Library. The very next day, we had Deb Hudgens back for an Earth Day sing and swing in the story and craft room. And I think we have Deb coming back in June, but we're going to have to move that sing and swing to the main part of the children's room, because we had a lot of kids in there, and of course there were some adults in there as well, and you couldn't fit another molecule in that room. So, but that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
And she brings her guitar and she plays, they dance and sing, and it's great to see the kids getting up and moving and, following along. They do a great job,
Right.
and she does a great job. It's no wonder she's so popular, and very reasonable. And she'll be back mid-June, as a matter of fact. And then we have also engaged with her once a month from September through December as well, for kind of a special guest, sing and swing story time, just to mix things up a little bit. And she came to us also courtesy of the Friends of the Library. On Friday, April 20th, we had our biggest show, which was the Scott Jameson Magic and Juggling Act. We had over 100 attendees. And Scott is just fantastic. He juggles, he does his magic tricks, he shows the kids, and
Yeah, it was good.
they wanted to help. And it was fun. And that was sponsored by the Crawford Endowment. On April 21st, we had Carol Savard. We had 22 participants for that program. That was glass painting, and the participants painted either a wine glass or a vase. And so, and that was also sponsored by the Crawford Endowment. So it was a busy March, end of March, beginning of April, or through the middle of April, and we're not letting up. Coming up, and I just want to stress that this is just a smattering of the events that are coming up, but the full event list can be seen on our website calendar, which is www.crawfordlibrary.org. And so coming up, we have our normal ongoing programs, but in addition to those, we have Thursday, April 26th, which is this Thursday. We have our regular genealogy group meeting at 6 o'clock. It's just a general discussion, no registration. Bring ideas for future programs. We try to have a special guest speaker every other month, so this is an off month. Same night, the 26th, at 5:45, we'll be showing The Greatest Showman, and there will be freshly popped popcorn and no registration. It'll be in the Fells Community Room. That's open to everyone. On Saturday, April 28th, at 11 o'clock, from 11 to 12:30, we are hosting Mike Leo, who is a local musician and artist and writer. He is going to be doing a blackout poetry workshop, in honor of Poetry Month, which is April. And for those people who don't know what blackout poetry is, you take either old books or magazines, discarded books and magazines. They don't have to be old, and black out, certain phrases in the books on the pages, and you work with the letters that are left. It's sometimes called ransom note poetry. You know what a ransom note looks like? Piece, words cut out, and then you work with those words to craft poems. I know, it's pretty cool. And
You do have some samples in the library, in the foyer.
That's right. Mike brought in some samples that are really unusual. Some of them are on a ukulele, on the back of a ukulele, on the back of a piece of wood, and then there's a regular book. So I encourage people who are interested to stop by the library and check out the display in the foyer. And sign up. It's this Saturday from 11 to 12:30. It is sign up so that we know, we get a sense of how many books we need. And no experience required. Mike will lead the class. And that is sponsored by the Friends of the Library as well. On Monday, April 30th, Julie St. Francis will be conducting a yin yoga class. And this is a first of this type of yoga, so we're trying this out. It's Monday, April 30th at 6:30, and it's just walk in and you pay Julie when you come in. It's $10. On Thursday, May 3rd, is our book discussion, and we'll be discussing Spill, Simmer, Falter, Wither. There's no registration for that, and books are available at the circulation desk. On May 10th through 12th, the Friends of the Library Spring Book Sale will be going on in the Fells Community Room. On Thursday, May 10th, is from 5 to 8, will be the Friends of the Library member preview. And you can join that evening. And then on the 11th and 12th, Friday and Saturday, it will be conducted during normal library hours. And you don't have to be a member to come on one of those days. On Thursday, May 10th, we will be having at 3 o'clock, we'll be having a Mother's Day craft. These are some of Pam's new programs. It's going to be a tissue paper bouquet. There's no registration, just stop in. On Monday, May 14th, we will be showing Paddington 2 in the Story and Craft Room. That's at 5:30. Also on Monday, May 14th and on the 21st, we'll be hosting Julie St. Francis for her regular Vinyasa yoga, and that is also walk-in, no registration. And on Thursday, May 17th, the May movie night will be The Post. And then on Friday, May 18th at 3 o'clock, I think that is the start of our Crafty Friday series. And they will be making ninjas. Don't ask me how they're going to make ninjas, but they're going to make ninjas. And that is for ages, I believe it involves pipe cleaners and beads. Ages 3 and up, just because of the nature of the materials being used, but there's no registration for that. Any questions about programs?
That's enough, thank you very much.
Sure. I would like to take this opportunity to publicly thank Lisa Rice for being our interim youth services librarian for April and May, and March and April. And she's done a great job. Everyone loves her, and she has also told us that she'll be available for substitute circulation positions, because of course it's the summertime and we've got plenty of vacations coming up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. She started out as a temporary person for circulation, and then because of her experience with kids was a good fit for our youth services, and we were so fortunate that worked out that way. And of course I've already welcomed Pam, and she will start work on April 30th, which is Monday. So her first story time will be the very next day, May 1st, 10:30.
That'll be your second.
On the
That's
payroll
right,
first.
exactly.
On the payroll.
Technically, it'll be her second one. The FY19 budget, the administrator has submitted the budget to the selectmen. The initial one was submitted on April 9th, but I did get an update after I printed these that it was accepted by the selectmen. And I guess the next step is it goes before the FAA, and then they go from there. So there were no changes between the April 9th one and the one submitted last night, for me, or for us, I should say. So I'll keep you apprised of the situation as we roll along. And let's see, on June 6th, I've been talking to Dean about, Chief Kokonowski, about doing another first aid class for the staff, CPR and first aid. We had it, I want to say 3 years ago, and I know all of ours have expired since then. And it was great. He came, and at that one I think we opened it up to town hall staff as well. But this one I've got the whole staff attending, so the plan is to open at 1 o'clock that day. He said it takes 4 hours. So, and there was literally one day in June. We tried for May, but we just couldn't make the schedules work out. So we're looking forward to having that, and he'll be talking about Narcan training as well. So we have engaged Eco Tomorrow for our janitorial service. They started on April 9th, and so far so good. They're doing a fine job. And my plan is to keep them in place until I get Pam trained and, settled, and then probably post that to the outside as a part-time, because it isn't, technically it's a position under the library director, so. But they're doing a great job, and, they're within our budget, so I feel comfortable staying with them for the meantime. We are having the Youth Services office painted either this week or next week, and Ernie Morse is going to be doing that. He's going to fix the walls too. There's some holes in the wall that need to be fixed. And while he was here, Ernie's the person who does most of our carpentry work, and he's painted the pillars in front of the library. They get beat up pretty badly. The front doors, he had told me a long time ago, are, they need to be regularly maintained with sanding and polyurethane, because once moisture gets into them, then they can rot. So I think it's been about 3 years since we've had that done, at least 2 years, possibly 3 years since we've had that done. So I had him give me an estimate on that as well. I'll probably have him do that as soon as he deems the weather appropriate for that kind of work.
Is he doing the south door of the stacks also? That we don't use that door, but it's again, it faces the south and it gets beaded too. And I know we had issues with that one once. We should make sure you look to the facing south, opposite your office, down in that corner of the stacks.
Oh, the emergency door?
Yeah, it's an emergency door,
okay.
But have him look at that one, because
okay.
that just gets all the weather being right there, and I
Yeah.
know we had issues with that before. He should look at all the doors by that means, just check them all out.
Sure.
But that, I know, gets the weather.
All right, I'll make a note of that. I know the community room one, that where we had all that terrible ice and
Yes,
snow,
that side, yep.
was because of frost heaves.
Yes.
That was problematic.
Yep.
Not much you can do about that, really. So.
No, but keeping them sealed helps,
Yes,
obviously.
exactly.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Karen, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do we have a defibrillator?
Yes, and I
We
made.
do.
Yep. And
Okay.
it's maintained. In fact,
Oh, okay, I just haven't noticed.
that is included with the CPR training.
That's what I was hoping. Okay, great.
Yeah, if you want to come, let me know.
I have to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're not letting me out in June.
No. Not yet.
Hopefully sometime in June, towards the end, I hope.
25th.
Oh, gee, it's towards the end.
Oh, wow. Let's hope you don't have any more snow days between then and now.
You never know.
But yes, the CPR training is I mean, the defibrillator training is part of the CPR training. So we stay up to date on all of that stuff because it changes.
Yeah.
But the company that made that defibrillator was having an issue with it. They just came and replaced like everything, all the guts of it.
Interesting.
So yeah, I was staying on them. It took like a year for them.
So you got a recall message or
Mhm.
something? Oh, good.
Yep, and every week I would have to pull the battery out, push it back in, and I guess it resets it, and make sure that there were enough bars on it and everything. And I did that religiously every single week.
Did you know that was until you got the recall? Did you know you were supposed to be doing that, or was that part of the recall?
It was part of the recall.
Okay.
Like,
'Cause I
here's
mean, I
what you
hate to
can
see
do
it,
until,
you know.
until we get out there.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
Even
no
with
kidding.
what you were doing, it sounds like there might conceivably have been a problem anyway.
Yeah,
But
but they're,
taking care of it.
it's
Thank
all
you.
set, and,
Good.
yep, they came out, the company came out, and it was literally, you know, maybe an hour's worth of work, and we didn't have to pay for any of it. It was all paid for by the company, so we're good to
Excellent.
go on that. Yeah.
And does that get tested like annually or some sort of time period?
Well, yeah, I mean, I check it, you know, monthly, just to make
Okay.
sure it says
The battery
okay, and
level is
yeah,
happy.
exactly.
Okay.
And we just replaced the battery, I want to say about a year ago. They last a pretty long time. And I also have a spare battery kicking around in the back as well, so, yeah. But, so that's good. Good question, yeah. I'd forgotten that that's part of that whole training. Any other questions? Flip over and have a look. This is our current year's budget. And we're right about where we should be for this time of year. So I have been working through my IT upgrade stuff. So far, so good. My next thing is our wireless routers are out of date, and our router and access points are out of date. You know, so those are going to be replaced, and that's through CW Mars. So we'll be doing that before the end of the fiscal year. And once that's done, I'll be turning my attention to replacing the copy machine and making it an all-in-one copy print center. So we'll have print control on our public machines, which will cut down on a lot of waste. Right now, people just print and come up and, you know, they pay us, and it works okay, but if someone prints out, you know, 50 pages from a website and they only wanted the first page, then I know. But the other thing is, we get a lot of requests for scanning services and color copies.
Color, yeah.
And so the price will vary depending on black and white, but it's all figured into the what's called LPT1 part of this package that goes along with our time management on our computers. We've never done the print management part of it. We've only ever done the time management part. But I visited Sturbridge and Southbridge. They both have the print management. And so I've seen it in action. And it will also work as our copy machine as well. And it will have scanning capabilities. I'm not going to do anything with fax because we have our standalone fax machine. And it's been working like a trooper.
So will this replace the machine right across from the fax?
Yes, so I'm not sure. I'm going to wait until the end of the fiscal year to see where we are with our numbers. Just, you know, that will depend on whether we do that. I probably won't have time to research and, you know, get quotes and bids and so forth. I think this will require me getting 3, or I want to anyway.
Yeah.
I would anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
yeah. But the good news is that there's other libraries that use this same system, and they like it a lot.
It's nice to know, so that helps.
Yes, it does. So, So that's just a sort of a snapshot of, you know, how I'm moving along through the tech upgrade.
Excellent.
That's it for me, I think. Oh, no. Yeah. I covered facilities, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that is it for me.
Super, good. Any old business need to come before us? Anybody have anything that needs to come back up? Okay. New business, we did meet Pam, so that's great. Any other new business need to come before us? All right, we will adjourn our regular meeting with the knowledge that we won't come back into session for public hearing, and then we will move to go into executive, but first we have to close our regular.
Right. I
So-
make a motion to close our public meeting.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
And
Okay, we are adjourned.
should we stop the video at this point, or do we wait?
You say you adjourn to convene into executive session
Yes,
under Mass
we're-
General Law.
Okay.
We are going to be adjourning into executive session under MGL Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body and the chair so declares.
All right. All-
We need-
Roll call.
We need a roll
Yeah,
call.
we need a second.
We need a second, first of all. We have a
Second.
motion, we have a second. Okay, now we need a roll call.
Nora Gavik, aye.
Ben Craver, yes?
Pat Korch, aye.
Kathy Carminetti, aye.
Richard Clark, aye.
Okay, very good. So,